You know, when you say you were brought up, today if I told my kid I was brought up by a strict mother, she'll be like, oh, you are strict. Because my strictness will differ from my mom's strictness. So I think our parents were also different compared to their parents. So it's very different. But for me, I would tell me it is different because I did not have a way of saying that you're going to hang out with friends. What friends?
What friends, yeah.
To do what? What now? What is the purpose of that hangout? What is the word hangout, first of all? What will you be going by the time you move out of the door? Yes. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? The only thing that our mom would allow us to move out of the house is when you're going to the church.
Hello, welcome to Evolve Rwanda. How have you been? And I hope that you've subscribed. I keep saying that all the time. It's the only way for you to catch up with us as soon as we upload a new video. We hope that all is going well where you're watching us from. We hope that you're still keeping safe. Yeah. We tend to forget, and you know, once this pandemic has been going on for long, so we get to a point where we feel like we have gotten used to it, we get comfortable, but that is not what we should be doing. We need to continue sanitizing, let's continue to wear that mask, observe the social distancing, make sure you keep that virus away from you and keep it away from the people that you love. My name is Jackie. Welcome to Evolve TV. Evolve Rwanda is the hashtag that we use on the different platforms. Today we're going to talk about parenting, and parenting looking at the past generation and present day generation. And our guest is an amazing lady, Moureen Mutiso. She's a media personality, but she does a lot of other things. When you get to meet her, we'll ask what she prefers being introduced as. But the reason we have Maureen is to talk to her about how she was raised and how she's raising her daughter. She's a young parent. You'll get to meet her, you'll get to know about her child, but you'll also know the plans she has as her child grows older. She's got plans to raise a child differently from the way that she was raised. Welcome to the show. Maureen, a journalist by training.
Yes.
And then along the way, you've ended up doing a lot of things.
Yes.
So what are you at present?
At present, I like referring myself as a media personality.
Okay.
Because all of the other things that I do fall under
media personality.
You understand?
Yes.
So I do. Currently, I'm doing HR. I am a journalist, well-trained journalist.
Yes.
I can be a radio host.
And you've done radio before?
Yes,
Yeah.
I've done radio before.
Yes.
Back in Kenya, and some radio here in Rwanda.
Yeah.
And then I also do finance.
Oh, goodness me. You see?
So you just won't
She's not easy to introduce. She has very many hearts. Thank you for honoring our invitation.
Thank you for having me. Finally.
Finally.
Yes.
Exactly. We've talked about this over
Yes.
over. Finally, we get to sit and talk about parenting.
Yes.
So, Maureen, you know, you and I have almost similar backgrounds. We come from
Yes.
similar backgrounds.
Yes.
Having been raised by strict parents. And we know what that did to us.
Yes.
Take us back to you growing up in that home with a mother that sort of, you know,
Very strict.
Exactly.
Very strict.
Share that with us.
Yes, and you know, when you say you were brought up, today if I told my kid I was brought up by a strict mother, she'll be like, oh, you are strict. Because my strictness will differ from my mom's strictness. So I think our parents were also different compared to their parents. So it's very different. But for me, I would tell me it is different because I did not have a way of saying that you're going to hang out with friends. What friends?
What friends, yeah.
To do what? What now? What is the purpose of that hangout? What is the word hangout, first of all? What will you be going by the time you move out of the door?
Yes.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? The only thing that our mom would allow us to move out of the house is when you're going to the church.
No way.
You're going to the church, you've gone to the school. Those are the two places a kid should be.
You're kidding me.
Or probably when you're being
When you're visiting a relative, would she allow you?
She will be there.
Oh gosh.
She will be there.
Okay.
So by the time you leave,
Yeah.
she will have to know where you're going. And if you're going for choir practice, she'll have to know how long will that take. She will have all the contacts of the choir master.
So that to find out when were you released.
Yes.
Why has she delayed?
Uh-huh.
Oh goodness.
So that to me, okay, for her, she was trying her best. And when I look back, I would understand her at some point, because there's that fear that she has of, you know, the kid getting exposed to the things that she's not ready yet to talk to me about. At my age, I don't remember a time where my mom would sit with me and tell me, you know what, there's sex, there's alcohol, there are boys. And
your mom never did that?
No. If I told you today, okay, I drink some wine once in a while, maybe 2 times, okay, many times.
2 times in a day?
I do, but today she does not know. If I went to my mom's house today, I will not drink.
Maureen, you are
She does
married.
not. Yes.
You're married. You have a 5-year-old daughter.
Yes.
And you still hide that drinking from your mom.
Where do you get the guts? Where do I get the
You don't need the guts. You don't live with her. You're grown.
Yes.
You're no longer the child that was staying in her
So you
house.
see now, the way she brought me up, by the time I get the guts to tell her, she'll just be looking at me like, where did you even get, why are you telling me?
Yeah.
So today she does not know. I'll tell her maybe at some point, but
she's going to watch this, and
I hope she doesn't watch it. Yeah, so that kind of parenting, for me, I wouldn't want it.
But I wanted to cut you short there. If you say you cannot freely talk to her about, sorry, you cannot let her know that you drink today.
Yet.
Then yet. Did you ever have a conversation about sex? Because again, if she kept you in church going for that choir,
no.
When did she ever talk to you about sex and the dangers of engaging early?
I don't think parents, and not even my mom, I don't think there are parents of that age that would really, that did so. Maybe there are a few, but that was like...
My mom, I'll not lie to you, Maureen. My mom did not.
Exactly.
My mom, in fact, the first day, I think the day she thought or she was told I had a boyfriend, she reported me to my dad.
So there's that old age parenting, and that is what they believed will work the best. But when I look back, I think sometimes it didn't work out. You see, because by the time, the day I got a freedom to move off, and that was the first time I went to high school.
Yes.
Because now you've gone to a boarding school, and I remember the first time I went to a girls' high school.
And boarding school.
In a boarding school. So there is a freedom that has come up. Maybe you'll go for things, schools, football games, get to meet boys, you know. Then
you're in the drama club, sports, whatever, everything.
So it's funny. It's funny. I was once caught, and I hope she does not watch this. So I want to show you how tough she could be. I was once caught.
By the way, Maureen, let's assume she is watching.
Yes.
And so let's know the things you had bottled up for long.
You're fixing me. So she once caught me with a letter writing to a boyfriend from another school. And you know what she told me? Looks like you want to be close to boyfriends. So I am shifting schools. I'm taking you to those boys. And this is not coming out of a good place.
No.
Yeah. And I changed schools. I went to a mixed school.
Oh, goodness.
You want the boys? Go there.
Here they are. Another boarding school or day school?
And it was a boarding school. Here you are, exposed, the boys, and it's a boarding school. Yeah, so you're not going to have that freedom. You're not going to have that freedom because she has told you, go. So be like, what am I supposed to do?
When an African mother tells you, do this, like,
yes.
You want to do it?
Do
it. Do it. You know, they're timing you.
There's fire.
Yes,
so,
there's fire.
Of course, I was not all that, but now freedom. Campus, you've gone, you're out there, your friends have given you your first drink, others have boyfriends, there is sex. I actually realized there was that conversation when I was in campus. When I was in campus. So, and still I couldn't let her know that I was having it. No, how? The first day I announced to my mom that I was pregnant. She couldn't believe it.
She has to figure it in water.
How did it happen? So that strictness, I think parents of our age have had somehow a way that I wouldn't want to today's. I wouldn't do that to my kid because I can see what happened to me.
Yes.
The moment I got the freedom, I overdid it.
Exactly.
You overdo it.
Yeah.
You do all these things and some backfire. You know, in
Some
bad
backfire.
way. Yeah.
We've seen girls and boys who come from those strict homes,
Yes.
and the day they got the freedom, the first time they had sex, that's when
Yes.
they ended up pregnant
Yes.
or caught an STI.
Very right.
So it can really backfire.
Very
it can
right.
be bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think it's always good to tell your kid.
So let me
Have
ask,
a con-
Maureen,
yes.
so before we get to that you desire to see today, the first time that you drank, did you feel guilty? Did you go back home hiding? Like, I know my first experience.
Yes.
I almost chewed an entire plant. I don't know the name of the plant to make sure they could not smell what I had been consuming. So how
I did
you
not
even
go
back
home. I did not go back home. I had to make sure that she knows there's a shooting somewhere. And being in media, you know,
Yeah.
there'll be road trips, school, and all that. So I had to make sure that day I'm not
You
going.
weren't going back home.
Yes, I was not going back
But
home.
you continued to drink
Yes.
while in her house.
Yes.
So the efforts to hide.
Yes.
You know, when
It's
you
a-
know,
it's
you know
a
you're
lot
doing-
of-
when you know you're doing something
Yes,
that your parent does
it's
not
a
approve,
lot
you
of
have to
work.
constantly try and hide.
You
from
will
it.
get to the house, you'll not talk, you'll go straight to the room, you are tired.
Lie about
you
a
will
headache.
know, yes, lie about a headache, maybe cramps, everything, every lie that could qualify for her not to talk to you. So she'll be nursing me the following morning, but she will be nursing a hangover
without knowing.
without knowing.
So,
But
your generation, your
Yes.
children also
Yes.
learned how to fool your parents.
very well.
You did.
And I think our kids will be better. Our kids will
With the
be
advancement of
yes,
technology,
our
yeah,
kids would be
they'll do
better. So
things to you.
they'll do things
Yes, they
differently.
will.
So what I think I lied to my mom too. My kid might not lie to me, but they'll have other
They'll have other-
tactics
yes,
of
that they'll lie
of
about.
getting their way out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say is there anything that you haven't achieved or attained because of your upbringing? Do you ever feel like that limited you in a certain way?
I think the fact that parents will keep you strict at home. You know, it's only church, and you know, I think self-esteem. One,
Yeah.
self-esteem. I think the moment you're honest with your child, the moment you tell your child you're pretty, the moment you tell yourself, oh, you're growing, this is how you look like. By the time she goes out there and faces the world, she already knows.
Yeah.
She already knows. These days, I see
She's
parents.
confident
Yes, she's
of herself,
confident.
yeah.
She can
And she can
express
express
herself.
herself.
Yes. So I think that I developed. I regained my self-esteem very late.
Yes, yeah.
Very late, because there is this fear that has been put.
Instilled in you.
Yes, because I remember the first days. In fact, to wear a trouser
Yeah.
was a problem. It was a problem. Like, trousers are for men. So when did you become the man of this house?
Oh gosh. Yeah.
So me, I would go wear my trousers out. They're hipsters. Then when you
You'd
get
wear it from
home,
outside, you
get your
wear
skirt, and then, yeah. But you know, with time, I think now they get to know you've grown and you are making your choices, and they let you. But for me, that I think the self-esteem, I gained it I was
Yeah.
late. I was late.
Would you go to church because mommy was forcing
Of
you, or were you
course.
learning anything from there? I ask because we recently talked about it. About
Yes.
how parents will make their children go to church without really telling them about the importance of going to church, to stop it from just being about going because mommy has insisted I go. So during your time at home, would you go to church because mommy was telling you to go, or did you appreciate religion?
I appreciated religion.
Okay.
That is one thing, because
So she did a good job
yes,
with
when you're
that.
growing up, you know religion. You're supposed to go to church. You're supposed. So even if you start by going to church because mommy is telling you to go to church, as you grow, you know how important it is. It is to your life. So with time, I got to appreciate. You know, there's again, it comes with age. Today, if you went to a 5-year-old and tell them go to Sunday school, they know they're going to play. Really, yeah, we will sing Father Abraham songs, but still, it has not got into them really. Yes, but as they grow up, as I grew up, then it's religion is important. Yeah.
So today, you're a mother of a 5-year-old. Is she 5 yet?
She's turning 5.
She's turning 5.
September, yeah.
How differently are you bringing her up? In order for you not to make the mistakes that your mom made, because your mom did some good work, but she also maybe failed here.
I would feel that was not fair.
Okay.
Yes. For me, I think today it's very important to have these conversations with kids, as young as they are. Today, I'll wake up every morning and I'll ask my daughter, "You are?" And she'll say, "I'm brilliant, I'm beautiful, I am." She knows it.
Wow.
So when you go out there, she already knows she's beautiful. She knows she's brilliant.
This, like when you ask
yes.
her to art, she repeats.
She will repeat that. So it starts from there. It starts from there. As she grows up, she will not rely on anyone for them to approve their beauty or for them to tell them this is what you look like. That would be nothing for us. If you go out there and say, "Hey, you look good,"
from our parents,
getting it from us.
It really mattered when someone out there told us. And that's how, in fact, you end up in the wrong hands.
Yes.
Because this person takes advantage of the love you are not shown at home.
Yes.
They will pretend to be showing it to you, but with a hidden motive.
With a hidden motive. So for me, that is very important. Let her get to know who she is. Then with time, as she grows up, internet, and with this era of internet, everything is out there. Today, she will sing you a Rihanna song. Songs that we sang when we were in campus. Who taught you these songs? Because all of the things that I do, they fall under that umbrella. So I'm a media personality, but I practice HR.
Don't say the things of these days are
so they have twisted words, but the lyrics and it's the same. You could listen to that's Rihanna's tune, but they've put these kids' words, but it's the same. So the exposure is there. Just reminding them who they are, limiting internet. Of course, it's hard for everyone. And then as she grows up, it's time we start talking to them about sex. There is sex. There are boys. There is alcohol. We keep saying, for us, we will take our kid to the club. We will tell them.
You plan to do that?
There is a club.
I have no intentions of doing
There is a club happy. They drink. This is how they drink. You can choose to or not to. But when you choose to,
do it this way?
Yes. It's very important.
People will argue that you're telling them it's okay to do it. You know, like
no.
A lot of parents don't trust their children.
Yes.
They're thinking, if I tell them that this can be done, then they will go and do it.
And do you know how many of the parents that will not say that, but the kids will still do?
Many.
And they will go through a lot of stress hiding it from the parents. And in the process, you end up messing up. You end up getting hurt, doing things that are not supposed to be done because you're just hiding it from your parents. So I wouldn't want my kid to know, "Oh, I went." He should let her know, "I'll be out, I'll be going with my friends." And that is when now she's grown. Of course, when she's grown, when she can differentiate over it, those things. Let me tell her, "You know what? You have 2 hours. At least be home." I have seen it. I have seen it work. In fact, when I was growing up, I have a friend until today, and if she'll watch this, she will know. Her parents, or rather her mom, was that kind of a mom. You want to go for a sleepover, she will go. You want to go for a night out, she will go. Today, if you invite her to your house, she knows her timing. She's not forcing, because it's something that she knows. She has grown with it. She's grown with it. She knows how to control herself. You know? And I think the Western countries
She
are
can't be
doing that
tricked
already.
easily. True, they've been doing
You're
it
with your
for-
boyfriend, you're going to make sure she comes home early. That's it. Those are conversations. I know.
You'll find a 13-year-old discussing boyfriend, girlfriend stuff with their parents.
Recently, I was watching a movie and the kid is just telling the parents, my boyfriend is visiting.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah. And you can see this is a child.
Yes.
You're 12.
Yes. My boyfriend. And
the parents are okay.
for me, I think the conversation is very important.
And you want to encourage that honesty
Yes.
between the parents and the children.
No, that's the right word.
Yes.
Honesty.
Honesty.
Yes. Because there's no point today I'll have alcohol, for example, in the house. And she'll be asking, what is this?
Yeah.
What is this? Like, this is for big people.
Yeah. Oh, this is cough syrup.
This is wine.
Yeah.
And wine. Okay. So with time, she'll know, oh, wine, why is it? Why is... You
Yes.
explain.
Yeah.
Yes. You
So
explain.
you'll tell her it's, it's wine. You won't lie to her that it's tea.
No.
Black tea. And with time, she will know
Yes.
it's consumed by adults. Like there's a reason why mommy does not serve me this
Exactly.
when she's serving daddy,
Yes,
for instance.
yes. And when I look at our parents, like you being seen with a boy, just standing or seated,
Yeah. It would rain on you.
you have already got pregnant.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
This is pregnancy you're looking for. You would like that will be, and it's just talk. It's just a talk. It's just you're just hanging out with your friends. But for them, as long as a man comes close to you,
You'll get
poof.
pregnant. Now you see, parents need to tell their children what would make a girl pregnant.
and that's
So
where
be honest about that. Don't make them fear standing next to a guy, because no woman or no girl gets pregnant just from standing.
through atmosphere.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And Maureen, when you talk about that discussion also starting early, tell your girls, the 5-year-old, the 7-year-old, if somebody touches you inappropriately,
Yes.
tell someone.
Yes.
Because we see a lot of homes with girls being raped, being defiled,
Yes.
and they cannot talk to anyone
Yes.
because mommy has not instilled in them the confidence to come and say what uncle did.
Yes, that's his sex talk.
You see
Very
that?
important.
Yes, it's very important.
Yeah, very important, because now, and it goes back to how much trust have you given your child?
Yeah.
Like, how does she trust? Does she trust you much? Is she comfortable with you? Have you
Are
instilled?
you their
Yes.
friend?
Are you their friend?
Because you're my mom, you're
Yes,
my dad.
yes.
But we need that friendship to
It's
exist.
very important, and even if it doesn't cut across for me and for dad, one of them
has
at
to
least
be that friend.
one
that
of
you
them
can
has to
confide
be
in.
one of them has to be very comfortable. One of them has to be the one they call if they're in trouble, because the problem is for us, if you're in trouble, the first call was your friend.
True.
You get, I'm in trouble, let me look for my friend, because you will
It
not.
should be one of
it
them.
should be one of them,
Yeah.
because they're the people that they should run to when they're in trouble. It's very important.
Yeah. That is so enlightening. You know, I'm just looking back, and indeed, for most of the people from my generation, we had parents, but we hardly had friends. We didn't have friends. Like, your parent was your parent, and in most cases, they were hostile, they were rough and tough.
Very
rough and
tough.
tough. And so, indeed, a lot of things, even when you could have gone to them and discussed with them, when you should have called them when there was trouble, you called some other person.
Yes.
You called a
Just
friend.
think
you
about how
called-
many instances when you're growing up from between 19
Yeah.
to 25, how many times you've got in trouble, and
Very many times.
And you
I wish
don't-
I had the kind of openness with
Yes,
them, the
yes.
kind of friendship that could
Yes.
make me talk to
it
them.
could be easier.
Yeah.
And maybe after being honest with them, maybe you could have handled some things differently. Yeah.
You know, if there's a parent who's watching now and they're thinking of what you have said, contemplating, going a bit easy on their children, what should be the limit? Because again, with children, if you just give it to them wholly, like wholesale,
Yes.
they could abuse their freedom.
Yes, true.
So where should a parent stop them just to ensure their checks?
I think the way I said before, first of all, it comes with age. You know what to tell until a 5-year-old. You know what to tell when
5 to 10.
she's 10. You know what to expose her to when she's, because again, as parents, you also see them doing these things. you'll see signs. You'll see signs of twerking. You get.
Yeah.
So it's twerking, okay? Should you dance? How should you not dance? What should you be dressed? How should you be dressed when you're dancing? You see, there are TVs, there is music. Let's say our children are already exposed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you just know at what level or at what age should they introduce a certain topic.
Yeah.
And in your topic, as you discuss with them, tell them you can do this. And I wouldn't say there's a limit, because just show them the advantages and the disadvantages.
And let it be up to them to make a choice.
It might not be up to them, but you can help them make the choices.
Okay.
Yeah, you can help them make the choices.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what should the parent then expose to their children? Because we've talked about drinking. Is it okay for a parent to drink in the presence of their child? We come from a generation where our parents would not peck in the presence of their children. But are you trying to say that with the modern age, if we're going to be that honest with our children, then we're going to just kiss in their presence and we're going to drink in their presence, send them to bring that bottle of beer? Should we do that?
I think this will differ with different parents, because I have also had my friends that have kids and they think it's not fine. It's not fine, first of all, to have the alcohol in the house. It's not fine to drink in the presence of the children. Yes, and you know, that's their take. But I think every home has some rules that really
rules, yes.
you get, like, you have a way of living in your house, which I think I wouldn't do that in my house. So I think the rules are different with different parents. And you talked about limiting. Is it okay to expose them? Some parents will tell you it's fine. I will say, when she's 18, when she's 19, I will go with her. Let's go for a night, for a girls' out. Let's go, let's sit down, you know, let's talk. But some parents will be like, no, that is not right. First of all, alcohol is not right. But that is what I was taught. I was taught alcohol is not right. I was taught you're not supposed to drink. I was taught sex is very bad. Ain't we doing it today?
Don't you have children out of it?
Exactly. So as long as we run away from this conversation, let's just be honest with our kids. Truth be told, Jackie, let's have the conversations with the kids. Yes.
And I imagine that's your parting shot. You want to insist on the fact that parents need to have that conversation. Please give us your parting shot as we conclude the conversation.
Yes. Let's limit our strictness to kids. Let's limit. Let's not instill.
It's okay to be a parent.
Fear. Yes.
But don't make
do
them
not
fear
instill
you.
fear. Do not be holier than thou to your kids. Do not.
Say that again.
Do not be holier than thou.
Because there are a lot of parents that want to lie to their children that they are holy.
Yes.
And yet some of these children actually carry those habits from you. They inherited these habits from you.
Yes, they get it from
the parents.
So the honest you are, the better.
The better. Maureen, thank you so much for coming through.
Thanks too for having me.
We cannot wait to have you back on the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
We were talking about parenting, and so glad to have had the opportunity to host Maureen. It's been a long time coming. We're talking about this over and over, so I'm glad that we brought it to you. And if you have followed this conversation, as a parent, you have a role to play in grooming your child for the future. As a future adult, as a future parent, as a citizen of the nation. So what do you want of them? Do you want them to fear you and go doing things behind your back? They go doing bad things with their friends and even your friends. In fact, there are other people your age that take advantage of your girls and your boys because you have not had this conversation with them. So I'm in agreement with Maureen, and I hope that you can start thinking about it too. Become your child's friend. Don't make them look for friends out there. Thank you so much for sparing time to watch Evolve Rwanda. My name is Jackie. Thank you for watching, and we do hope that you have subscribed. If you haven't, kindly do. We will have Maureen back for sure, because parenting is wide. We will talk about it. That issue of you drinking in their presence. Where should we start? Where do we stop? There will be that and much more. May you have a lovely evening. God bless you.